Welcome to Under Your Bed. I'm Wesley McCraw, an indie author, and today I'm talking about Season 2, Episode 2 of The Rehearsal. It's an HBO show starring, written, directed by Nathan Fielder. I'm assuming that you're caught up to now, so I'm just going to jump into it. This episode, Nathan Fielder creates sort of an episode of American Idol where contestants try out to be on the show. Nathan Fielder, when he was an up-and-coming person in the entertainment industry, was an assistant for Canadian Idol, and his job was to reject people who wanted to be on the show. They would try out for him before they got to the celebrity judges to be doing a tryout. He thinks that by having co-pilots reject all of these hopeful singers, they'll get experience rejecting people, so that they'll be better at rejecting the captain when he has a bad idea. One of the co-pilots is very good at rejecting the hopeful musicians. She's very personable. She makes the contestants feel at ease and comfortable and okay with not getting through, just because she's a nice, warm person. Nathan Fielder sees this, and it makes him insecure about how he rejected people when he was on Canadian Idol or behind the scenes of Canadian Idol. This plays out with him trying to get better at rejecting people. I felt like this sort of plotline felt a little forced and contrived, more so than the normal show does. He tries to be genuine at the end, but his person on the show feels a little forced and inconsistent. It's very obvious that when he's normally interviewing people that he does a decent job of drawing them out and making them feel comfortable. So have him so awkward with these tryout things feels a little staged and played out. Later, they reveal that the restaurant from the first season has been transported to the airport, and the captains and the co-pilots get to hang out with each other. And there's this one captain who's just so beyond belief, in the sense that he has been kicked off of every dating app that exists, which seems bizarre. I'm not sure how anyone would do that. But it becomes very obvious that he's like a walking sexual harassment suit. Nathan has the pilot and the nice co-pilot do a practice flight, where the captain talks about his sex life, asks her about her sex life. It's obviously super inappropriate, and the captain knows that he's being recorded, so it doesn't even occur to him that maybe this isn't the type of conversation you should have with every person you meet. She does a good job of placating him and going along and getting along enough to guide him away from things that are too offensive. But yeah, it becomes obvious why no woman would ever want to be around this guy. And it felt a little bit like, really, Nathan Fielder, you're putting this woman into this sexual harassment situation for laughs. It feels a little scuzzy, but the pilot person is definitely a character, and it definitely highlights sexual harassment and what women have to go through in the workplace, which is a valid thing to highlight in this episode. Yeah, so my main feeling was I had mixed feelings about the morality of this episode, which I guess is pretty normal for the show. But I felt like the normally where the plot feels fairly genuine, this one felt a little bit more written. They also go into a section about one of his episodes being censored in Europe and by Paramount Plus. There's this really good part where one of the actors is kind of calling him out on his BS, which is probably one of my favorite parts of this episode, just because this episode felt like there was a little bit more of his BS than normal. That's most of my thoughts on this episode. Hopefully, if you found some of this interesting, I'll be doing another one next week. So join me back here next Monday when I talk about the rehearsal. Like and subscribe, or don't, whatever. Thanks for watching. Bye.